Yo, what is going on? It is Tiga back with another Can I Begin to Make a Beat episode 24. What I wanted to try today, I don't know if I've showed you guys in the previous episode, but I've come across a website called Tracklib, which is a sample website, and I have found a sample pack, hence why you can see a couple of things listed here from the same sample. Now, it is said that it is 152 BPM. It is not, because I've tested it with the metronome on and it doesn't line up to 152 at all. So I tried to look up a key finder and BPM finder. It was all saying different things. It was saying 144, some were saying 80, some were like, they were all saying different things. So I've manually listened to it and tried to set it to the correct tempo and got it to the perfect tempo, which is 77. So that's what I'm going to be trying to work in today. The other thing is it's listed in the E minor scale as it says there, but because it's lied about the 152 BPM, I've also used a key finder for that, and it's come up with A minor, it's come up with E minor, it's come up with D, I'm pretty sure. So it's quite inaccurate, but like I said, I've tested out the BPM and figured it's 77. So the idea I want to have for this episode is I'm going to use all four of these samples as a full track and work drums around the track. Completely different to what I always do, but that's what I like doing, is trying new shit out. So I really want to focus heavy on drums in this. Now, the other interesting thing in doing that is from the samples I have here, they're very mellow, and because they're in a minor scale, slightly depressing. So it's sort of a slower, because it's in 77, sadder type beat, but I want to spice that up with drums. I'll give you a quick taste of what it sounds like at the moment. I'll hit play. That's with the metronome on. So it is mainly just piano. Later on, there is synth. I also have bass in there. Then back into more piano. Keys here, apparently. And then there's more piano at the end here again. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try to the best of my ability, work drums around it. And as I said, that's what makes this interesting, because it is that slower, depressing thing. It probably should just be what it is, but I want to try and make it different by adding certain drums to it. So let's see what we can do. Let's try and experiment and see what we can actually do with this. And I think the other thing too is because the beat sort of changes, like the loop that we have, that means that I'm going to have to make a couple of unique drum loops as well, instead of just having the one drum loop. That's what's going to make it different to what I normally do. Slight bit of reverb on there too. Hard panning. I think that's our first loop. Let's see what it sounds like within the actual song itself. I don't want these in straight away either. I think this here needs to be a different hat though. I don't think that works. Let me add that, and then I'll just replace it and see what that sounds like first. I think having like a riser or something there maybe may do something. This reminds me a lot of, I was in the studio yesterday, my mate had it booked for 24 hours, and I met a artist that came down from Brisbane that was originally from Sydney, and we made something very similar to this, in the sense of it was so experimental and away from any structure or code to how to do something. And the way it was going in the beginning was like an anthem we were making, but it turned out being such a like full track But just the idea of like doing exactly this, I'm not making this beat the way most beats are made, in my opinion. There's no structure of like 16 bars, you know, like this instrument has to go in this area and that has to do that. And, you know, there's none of that. It's just like put stuff in, set it as a sample. I'm fitting stuff around it so that it tells a story and sounds good at the same time. I really like that. It's just unique. So this is where I want to put drums, and then I'm going to automate drums back here and ramp it up into like something a bit more slightly epic. I want to find some sort of like sax or horn or trumpet or something along those lines just to fit there and make it nice. Sounds terrible without it, but I'm sure we can do something with that there, because it sounds like scraping on a chalkboard without anything on it. Alright, I'm going to give it a bit of a mix, see if I can like level everything out nicely, and then I'll get back to you guys and we'll give it a full listen through. Right, so I'd say I'm happy with how this has come out. Again, very, very different. It's more of a free, no structure type beat. There is no label to it. It is its own thing. And I really like it. It's really peaceful, but it tells a story at the same time. And I feel like putting vocals on it would actually add that extra bit of depth, even though it already feels like it has a lot from how simple it is. I've been talking about that a lot recently, of like making things as simple and as digestible as possible to the point where it's genius, you know? So yeah, without any further ado, let's have a listen. Let's have a run through. 3, 2, 1, bop. Sorry. I like that bit of fresh air that was there too, the sort of... That's something I haven't really done before, and there's no reverb on them either. Like that like turn off sort of effect that's already in the sample. And here you can hear the hats automating slowly but surely. Same with the horn here too. Different drum patterns to what's over here. I like the hats too, because it sort of sounds like a clock. You really noticed it in that automation at the beginning there too. And this here is just automated to fade out too. Right, so that was episode 24 of Can a Beginner Make a Good Beat? If you guys did like this video, as always, please make sure to like and share around. I really do appreciate the support, and I've been noticing some of it a lot more recently, so thank you guys truly, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.